It's far from home. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I got Homecoming as my as my favorite live action Spider Man. I got Homecoming. Okay, here we go for my live action Spider Man. It'll be Homecoming, and then I ain't gonna lie. I'll be Homecoming, and I'll probably go No Way Home, then Spider Man 2, or Spider Man 2 could low key get replaced with the Amazing Spider Man. But I'll probably put Spider Man 2 though. Which I feel the first one was very good. Or we got the only Spider Man recap you need before we go watch this one. We go watch this one because it's like a recap, obviously, so we can know. Cause I am going. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see this movie, bro.
Where it all began. In Captain America Civil
Oh wait, do we need to watch this?
War, Spider-Man finally made his debut in the Marvel
Ah,
Cinematic
yeah, yeah,
Universe.
yeah.
The film introduces Peter Parker as a teenager who has already been working as the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man in Queens, New York. Everything changes when Tony Stark unexpectedly shows up at the small apartment where Peter lives with his Aunt May. At that moment,
Yo, this is so crazy. Like I remember watching Civil War. Mind you, back then I wasn't really into like movies and stuff as I am now as today. But I remember when I seen Civil War. I did not know Spider Man was in the movie. Okay, I did not know Spider Man was in the movie. So when I seen it, words can't even describe what I was feeling.
Avengers are divided over the Sokovia Accords, a treaty created after several battles caused massive destruction around the world. While Tony believes superheroes should answer to government oversight.
Oh no! Also, I just found out that Booster Gold is getting a movie. Or you supposed to be getting a movie. I don't know. It was some shit, but he supposed to be getting a movie though. Alright, he getting a movie. Why they lying? Yeah, what are you talking? They just said there is no Booster Gold movie in production. They just said the project is in active development.
Steve Rogers insists they should remain free to act on their own. Unable to win the conflict by himself, Stark
Civil War. Isn't this one? No. Yeah, isn't this where Black Panther got his debut as well? Or am I wilding? Am I wilding? I think I am. I don't know. Well, Black Panther, I'm pretty sure this was the first time we seen MCU Black Panther, bro. Then his movie came after. That was tough too. Civil War was tough. Civil War was tough. Whose side was I on? I was on Iron Man's side, you know? Let me see. Both sides weren't bad though, bro. Like both sides weren't really bad. Cause what? The Cap kept it a secret though too, so cause he knew it was wrong. But Bucky was brainwashed. But it's like, yo, you still gotta let the nigga know. So Iron Man 1, bro, dead. He not wrong for that.
decides to recruit new allies, and Peter ends up becoming part of the story. Before the mission, Tony gives the young hero a brand new suit, far more advanced than the homemade costume Peter had stitched together himself. The suit comes equipped with artificial intelligence, adjustable lenses, multiple combat modes.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like this. What they call him, Iron Boy? I'm gonna be honest, bro. I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't. I wasn't mad at all the stuff, all the joints. I know people saying, "Yo, that's not Spider Man. Spider Man supposed to be," you know what I'm saying? This nigga Iron Boy Jr. All of that other stuff. I didn't. I was. It was cool to me.
And countless other upgrades. The big showdown takes place at Leipzig Airport, where the two teams of heroes finally clash. Spider-Man immediately makes an unforgettable entrance by showing up and stealing Captain America's shield. Even surrounded by legends, Peter constantly proves how creative he is. He uses his webs to slow down his opponents and even manages to bring down Giant Man by remembering a scene from Star Wars, wrapping the giant's legs together with webs. Despite all his enthusiasm, Peter is ultimately defeated as Captain America escapes with the help of his teammates. After the mission, Tony takes Peter back home and allows him to
Man, let's be honest, bro. Lil bro only lost because that was his first day out there. Like, come on, bro. Let's keep it a buck.
keep the new suit, making it clear that he still isn't officially an Avenger.
Mrs. Stark, wait. I'm not done. I'm not.
His first great villain. In Spider-Man Homecoming,
You, bro. This is the greatest Spider-Man movie. Post Brand New Day.
Peter Parker returns to his normal life after the events of Civil War. Even though he fought alongside the Avengers, he's still just a high school student trying to balance exams, homework, and his double life as Spider-Man. The problem is, after getting a taste of the superhero world, going back to stopping small-time criminals in Queens suddenly feels a lot less exciting. Peter spends his days waiting for a phone call from Tony Stark, convinced that joining the Avengers full-time could happen at any moment. Meanwhile, the film reveals how his newest enemy was born. It all begins shortly after the Battle of New York.
And this is what I really like. Hold on, let me. I'm gonna explain on why I like this movie so much too.
Adrian Toomes owns a company hired to handle the cleanup, but he loses the contract when the Department of Damage Control,
because it's like
in partnership with the government, takes over the entire operation.
Okay, I'm gonna just say it now. So, boom, Civil War, right? he was he was very, catered to Iron Man, bro. Like he listened to Iron Man, Iron Man, he needed some help. He would call Iron Man, he would call Tony, right? But in Homecoming, especially when like with the boat, with the boat scene where he was holding the boat and then Iron Man came to help. What else? When he was like wet, he was wet and cold, and then the suit had the Iron Man told him that the suit had a heating thing in it and stuff. And then I don't know, it just showed how much more he had to learn, bro. You know what I'm saying? It just showed how much he had to learn, the difference between him and Iron Man as heroes. And then when he couldn't get in contact with Iron Man, when he was by himself, and when he got stuck under the rubble, and then he was calling for help, and no one was there to help him. It was only him, and then he locked in and got up. That shit was crazy, bro. I don't know if he gonna show it, but yo.
Furious after watching his business collapse overnight, Toomes secretly keeps some of the alien technology recovered from the wreckage. Instead of disposing of it,
And then like when he went like on the mission by himself, and then he started to learn about the suits, different technique, moves, abilities, and stuff like that. And then he
and his crew begin building highly advanced weapons to sell on the black market. To carry out the robberies, Toomes creates a powerful flying suit, giving birth to the villain known as the Vulture. Peter crosses paths with the gang during what seems like a routine patrol. He stops an illegal weapons deal, but quickly realizes these weapons are far more dangerous than anything he's ever encountered on the streets. During one attempt to stop them, Peter is nearly drowned after Vulture knocks him into a lake. The one who rescues him is Tony Stark, who gives Peter a very clear warning. He's not ready to take on criminals.
Yeah, like this, and I'm like, oh yeah. But at the end of the day, you know that he's not about to listen to him, bro. It's just like it was so cool.
Peter ignores the advice completely. He's so desperate to prove he deserves to be an Avenger that he starts making reckless decisions. His best friend, Ned Leeds, accidentally discovers that Peter is
I don't care about that.
And immediately becomes the guy in the chair, helping the hero through a computer whenever he can. Together, they unlock hidden features inside Tony's suit, revealing dozens of functions Peter never even knew existed. Their investigation eventually...
Yeah, that's the scene I was talking about.
Leads Peter to Washington, D.C., where his school's national academic decathlon is taking place. He tries to stop another robbery carried out by Toomes' crew, but ends up trapped inside a storage facility, completely missing the competition. As if that weren't enough, one of the alien power cells removed from a weapon becomes dangerously unstable inside the Washington Monument. When the energy starts
I forgot about this. I forgot this is from this movie. Bro, this movie is
several
perfect,
of Peter's
bro.
classmates become trapped inside an elevator. Spider-Man races against time and manages to save everyone, including Liz Allen, the girl he's secretly in love with. Even after the rescue, Peter continues investigating on his own and discovers that the gang's next major robbery will happen during a deal aboard.
Hold on, isn't this hold on, bro? Isn't that yeah, that's his uncle. I wonder if so if this is Miles' uncle, right? But is this, I don't know, because he is black. Now, I don't know if he's from Queens, like bruh, but I wonder if this is oh yeah, he's a Prowler. So I wonder if this is a hint towards like Miles being in the MCU or not. I feel like it makes sense. This is his uncle. He is the Prowler, so if the Prowler exists, that means that, Kingpin, well obviously Kingpin is there, but Miles, Miles gotta be there. But where the fuck he at?
Zone and discovers that the gang's next major robbery will happen during a deal aboard the Staten Island ferry. The operation quickly spirals out of control.
Okay, they didn't show that scene, but that was tough though, because he was like trapped in a warehouse for hours, and he was learning the suit.
When one of the alien weapons
that was tough.
Slices the ferry almost completely in half.
No, it did slice it in half though.
Of passengers
not almost.
Falling into the water. Using his webs to hold both halves of the ferry together, the sequence became one of the film's most iconic moments and serves as a direct tribute to Spider-Man 2.
He's just a kid.
In the end, it's Tony Stark who actually saves the day. After that disaster, Tony completely loses faith in Peter. He reveals that the entire operation had already been under FBI surveillance, and Peter's interference put countless innocent lives at risk. As punishment, Stark takes the suit back. Peter argues that he's nothing without it, only to receive the line that perfectly sums
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, this move.
up the entire movie.
All I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it. Okay?
That's facts.
Without all the advanced technology, Peter tries to return to a normal life. He asks Liz to the school dance, and for a brief moment, it feels like everything is finally going his way. But the film saves its biggest twist for that exact moment. When Peter arrives at Liz's
Then he found out his power. Oh my god, especially in the car scene too, when the light changed from red to green, bro. Oh,
house, he discovers that her father is Adrian Toomes. During the drive to the dance, Toomes puts the pieces together and realizes Peter is Spider-Man. Before dropping him off, he gives Peter a direct.
They didn't show it. I gotta show it, bro. Hey, what's bro name? Nah, I'ma just do Homecoming, Vulture, Light. Bro, that scene was beautiful, bro. That shit was beautiful. And it's tough too, cause like you can instantly tell like the exact moment when bro put the pieces together and he like, okay, this nigga's Spider-Man.
Somewhere have we ever, cause of even the voice.
He does academic decathlon with me.
Oh.
And he's at my party.
It was a great party. Really great. Yeah. Beautiful house. A lot of windows.
You were there for like 2 seconds.
Huh.
I was there longer than 2 seconds.
You
That
disappeared.
shit. Oh.
No, I did not disappear.
Yes, you did. You disappeared like you always do, like you did in DC too.
Like, look at that, bro. That shit, bro. That shit is beautiful, bro.
That's terrible what happened down there in DC though. Were you scared? I bet you were glad when your old pal Spider-Man showed up in the elevator though.
Yeah, well, I actually didn't go up. I saw it off on the ground. Very lucky that he was there that day.
Good old Spider-Man.
That shit is tough, bro, because that's what he knew. And like, oh my god, bro.
Dad, light.
That shit, bro. That shit great, bro.
Warning.
That
If he
shit,
keeps
that's a great
interfering with his
movie, bro.
business, His entire family will pay the price.
Ever interfere with my business again?
It was great, bro.
I do. I'll kill you and everybody you love.
Of course, Peter abandons the dance almost immediately. Wearing his old homemade suit, he resumes his hunt for Toomes. While
He
Ned
had that
helps from a
bullshit
distance.
on, I ain't
First,
gonna
he
lie,
defeats
bro.
the new Shocker. Then he tracks down Vulture's hideout, only to be buried beneath the rubble of a collapsed
This was a scene.
building.
He gonna
This
show the
moment is
real
another
deal?
Famous callback to the comics,
Look at that. Look how the. Oh, gosh.
especially the classic storyline, "If this be my destiny."
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it.
And then what Peter said to himself, he said, come on, Peter. Then he said, come on, Spider-Man. It's just showing like.
Alone, injured, and with nobody there to save him, Peter somehow finds the strength to lift tons of concrete off himself. During the final battle,
No, they're not showing. See, they're not showing the realness, bro. They're not showing the realness, bro. I already done watched this shit, bro. This shit means something to me, though. I swear, bro. These movies mean something to me, bro. My boy was stuck, bro. Shitty as shit. He was shitty, bro.
Okay, ready?
My nigga was stuck.
Hello! Hello! Hey, please!
My son was going through it, bro.
I'm down here. I'm stuck. I can't move. I can't.
He was going through it, bro.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it.
Anybody could be Batman. You just gotta get the gadgets. Gadgets. See? Come on, Peter. Did he get up, bro? That shit's so tough. It's such a good scene.
Come on, Spider-Man!
Man, he's strong as shit. Means something to me, bro.
Battle, Spider-Man prevents Toomes from stealing an airplane loaded with Avengers technology. The fight ends on a beach at Coney Island, where Vulture's suit malfunctions and explodes. Even after everything Toomes has done, Peter still chooses to save his life instead of letting him die. That decision perfectly defines who Spider-Man truly is. Someone who fights to stop crime, not to take lives. With Toomes arrested, Liz leaves New York with her mother, ending any chance of a relationship between her and Peter. Impressed by Peter's maturity, Tony Stark officially offers him a place among the Avengers. To everyone's surprise, Peter turns him down. He realizes he still has a lot to learn and decides to remain nothing more than the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. As a reward, Tony gives him the suit back. But when Peter finally puts it on again inside his bedroom,
He's so stupid, bro. What the f? He's so stupid. He's stupid, bro. Like, for him to be so smart, he's so stupid. For real.
Thanos' snap. In Avengers Infinity War, Peter Parker finds himself caught in the biggest conflict in the history of
I'm not gonna hold you. That was very surprising to me, too. That was very surprising to me. See? That was very surprising to me. Spider-Man getting blipped though. I didn't think that was gonna happen.
When a gigantic alien spaceship appears above New York, Peter is riding a school bus when he notices the chaos outside. Without thinking twice, he puts on his suit and rushes to help Tony Stark, Bruce Banner, and Doctor Strange as they battle Thanos' children. During the fight, one of the villains
my light just turned off.
Doctor Strange aboard the spaceship. Peter secretly climbs onto the ship to stop
my light just turned off.
but ends up going much farther than he ever intended, becoming stranded in outer space. Since his regular suit can't survive at that altitude, Tony activates the Iron Spider suit for the very first time. Along with life support systems, the armor features retractable mechanical legs.
A lot of people didn't like this.
And countless upgrades.
I was not one of those people.
Hero into a true combat machine. The ship heads toward Titan, where Peter joins Tony Stark, Doctor Strange, and shortly afterward, the Guardians of the Galaxy. Even though he's the youngest member of the group, Peter plays a major role in the plan to defeat Thanos. In fact, one of the battle's smartest ideas comes from him. Inspired by a scene from Aliens, Peter suggests combining everyone's abilities to immobilize Thanos and pull the Infinity Gauntlet off his hand.
Coulda got it, bro. Coulda got it.
The problem is that Peter Quill loses control after learning that Thanos killed Gamora. Driven by rage, he attacks the Titan, ruining the entire strategy just seconds before the gauntlet could be removed. After their defeat on Titan, Thanos gathers all 6 Infinity Stones and finally snaps his fingers.
Yeah, wow. Mind you, Thor threw, what did he throw? Stormbreaker at the Infinity Stones? Just for Doom to stop that bit with 2 fingers. I really don't get how they beat Doom. Because to beat Thanos, they traveled to the past and stuff like that. I know, even that didn't work, right? Because when they went to the past and they found Thanos, he already destroyed the joints. Yeah.
Half of all life in the universe disappears in a matter of seconds. Peter immediately starts feeling the effects.
Yeah, like, that was crazy. I didn't expect Peter to go. I didn't think they would do that.
Terrified, he realizes something is wrong and rushes toward Tony Stark, begging him that he doesn't want to go.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
This was crazy. Because everybody else, it was like, I don't know. Like I don't know how to explain it. But I guess he felt it before it happened because of his Spidey sense. That's why most people, like, they didn't realize what was happening until they probably looked at their hand or something like, damn, my shit fading away. But he realized it like before he even started fading because of Spidey sense. That's kind of cool.
Just moments later, he disappears in Tony's arms, leaving his mentor completely devastated and bringing Peter's story to a heartbreaking end. The Return. In Avengers Endgame, Peter Parker spends most of the story absent. For 5 years, half the population of the universe simply ceases to exist, while the surviving heroes search for a way to
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Hawkeye's was probably like the saddest one I seen. Let me just watch it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. His was probably the saddest one I seen. And plus, this was like the opening to the movie.
Okay, hold on. Don't shoot. You see where you're going?
This was pretty sad, bro. Because it was just so like,
Okay.
so random.
Let's worry about how you get there. Just gonna move your foot here. Point your toe this way.
But bro, on probation? He on house arrest? Hey, ain't you a superhero, bro?
You sure? How about now? Easy now? No. How about now? All right. Ready?
Hey, bro, get to the sad shit, bro.
What's mayo in a hot dog?
By your brothers.
2 mustard, please. Thanks, Mama.
Got it. Nate.
Mind your elbow.
Hey.
Ketchup.
Good job, Hawkeye. Go get your arrow.
Hey guys, enough practice.
Let's go. All right,
See, look at that.
we're coming. We're hungry.
Boom.
Let's go.
Just gone, bro.
Lana?
And then he didn't even realize what that was. Like, that's her to breathe. She just like it's so like, you know, it's so quiet. And then boom,
Honey?
just gone.
Hey, babe.
His was the worst one, just because of this, from what I remember.
Babe.
And it's like they never existed, bro.
Babe. Boys.
Low key make you think though. You'd be like, damn, hold on. Were they even real? Was I hallucinating the whole time and I just locked in now? Like his shit was the saddest one though, bro. It is. It was, like, it was his whole family, his wife and his kids, bro.
Battle. After the Avengers successfully recover all 6 Infinity Stones through time travel,
Oh yeah, that's how they
uses
did
the
it. I
Infinity
remember.
Gauntlet to bring everyone back.
Bruce, you suck.
At the same time, an alternate version of Thanos invades Earth, beginning an enormous battle against the Avengers. That's when Doctor Strange opens dozens of portals across the battlefield, allowing every resurrected hero to return. Among them is Peter Parker. He arrives wearing the Iron Spider suit and reunites with Tony Stark, as though only a few minutes had passed. The moment he joins the battle, Peter receives an important mission. Once
Yeah,
Scott Lang
that's true, bro. Like for the people who blipped, it was just like they went to sleep and they just woke up. That's crazy.
Man arrives with the equipment needed to return the Infinity Stones to their proper timelines, someone has to carry the Infinity Gauntlet across the battlefield. Peter volunteers immediately, attempting to reach
I wonder for Doomsday. Nah, I don't think for Doomsday they're gonna use the Infinity Gauntlets again. They might talk about it.
while fighting his way through Thanos' army.
I
Before
don't know.
long, he's surrounded by enemies, but receives help from countless heroes. One of the film's most memorable moments comes when Captain Marvel destroys Thanos' warship.
Bitch, where was she in Infinity War? Like, stop playing, bro. Where was she? Where was she when niggas was on Titan, bro? Like, stop playing.
Clearing a path for Peter to continue forward. Despite everyone's efforts, Thanos manages to recover the gauntlet during the battle's final moments. Just when all hope seems lost, Tony Stark performs his greatest act of heroism. He steals the Infinity Stones from Thanos and snaps his fingers.
Am Iron Man. That was tough.
Erasing Thanos and his entire army. But the immense power of the stones proves fatal. After the battle, Peter attends Tony Stark's funeral alongside Pepper Potts, Happy Hogan, and the rest of the Avengers. The moment brings the mentor and student relationship that began in Civil War to its emotional conclusion.
You can rest now.
Where the fuck she come from? She was on the battlefield?
Responsibility.
Oh, she was, right? She was like Iron Girl.
Begins
Yeah.
shortly after the events of Endgame. The entire world is still trying to adjust to the blip, the name given to the return of everyone who disappeared for 5 years because of Thanos. Since Peter Parker was one of the victims of the snap, he returns at exactly the same age, while some of the people around him have naturally grown older. But the greatest burden he's carrying has nothing to do with that. Peter is still trying to cope with Tony Stark's death. His school organizes a 2-week
Shit, didn't
trip
MJ
across
get
Europe,
blipped
and
too?
Peter
He
sees
cool.
it as the perfect opportunity to put his life as a superhero on hold for a while. His only plan is to spend more time with MJ and finally tell her he's in love with her. But as is almost always the case with Spider-Man, those plans are completely derailed when a gigantic water monster appears and begins destroying part of Venice. During the attack, a new hero named Quentin Beck shows up. He defeats the creature in front of everyone and quickly earns
This is a very cool idea. I always thought about that, bro. Mysterio is a very cool, cool villain, bro.
the public's trust.
Because of what he does. Like, the tricks that he plays is so crazy.
Shortly afterward, Nick Fury approaches Peter and explains that Beck came from another universe within the multiverse. According to his story, 4 beings known as the Elementals destroyed his world and are now attacking the MCU.
And look at Nick Black ass just falling, just eating that shit up.
Completely normal because of the movies that followed. But back in 2019, simply mentioning the multiverse drove Marvel fans absolutely crazy. Even so, Peter doesn't want to be part of the mission. After everything he went through with Thanos, all he wants is to spend a few days being a normal teenager. Fury, however, practically forces the class to continue their trip to Prague, which just so happens to be where the next elemental is expected to appear. With little choice, Peter ends up helping Beck during the attack of the so-called Fire Elemental. After the battle, Quentin is hailed as Earth's newest great hero. That's when Peter makes one of the biggest mistakes of his life.
That shit crazy too. Cause he had me too. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm like, he gonna fuck around and join the Avengers, bro. This nigga so tough, boy.
Stark had left him a very special gift, the Edith Glasses, a system capable of controlling an enormous network of satellites, armed drones, and virtually all of Stark Industries' technology. Peter believes he's not ready for that kind of responsibility and decides to hand control over to Quentin Beck, convinced he's found someone far more experienced. But the whole thing is nothing more than a massive lie. As soon as Peter leaves, Quentin celebrates alongside an entire team of former Stark Industries employees. It's revealed that Beck never came from another universe and never had any superpowers. In reality, he was a holographic technology specialist who worked for Tony Stark before being fired because of his unstable behavior. The entire Elemental story was created using drones equipped with incredibly advanced hologram projectors capable of producing massive illusions. The plan was brilliant: create a worldwide threat, defeat it in front of everyone, and become the world's greatest hero. Meanwhile, Peter finally works up the courage to get closer to MJ, but she completely catches him off guard by revealing that she already knows he's Spider-Man.
MJ,
I'm Spider-Man.
What?
That's what you were gonna say, that you're Spider-Man.
No, I'm not Spider-Man.
I mean, I've been watching you for like a while now. It's kind of obvious.
Her proof is a small device she found during the battle in Prague. The object is actually one of Beck's hologram projectors. The moment Peter realizes that, he immediately understands he's been tricked. Desperate, he travels to Berlin to warn Nick Fury, but Beck was already expecting him. Using his holograms, he creates a series of illusions so realistic that Peter completely loses his sense of reality. Within minutes, Spider-Man believes he's talking to Fury, sees zombie versions of Iron Man, faces completely impossible scenarios, and accidentally reveals that MJ, Ned, and his friends know the truth about Mysterio. It's one of the MCU's most creative sequences and perfectly recreates the confusion.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This was a very creative movie, bro.
Confusion Mysterio has always caused in the comics. At the end of the trap, Beck causes Peter to be hit by a train. Badly injured, Peter wakes up alone in the Netherlands. With no way to get home, he manages to contact Happy Hogan, who immediately flies out to rescue him. During the flight to London, Happy reminds Peter how much Tony Stark believed in him. The conversation helps Peter regain his confidence and becomes an emotional turning point.
Made that suit.
Meanwhile, Beck prepares his ultimate illusion in London. By combining all of the elementals...
Bro, I wish they would have kept Jake Gyllenhaal for more in the MCU, but he's done now because Mysterio over with. Unless that nigga come from like... You know, they get the real Mysterio. I don't even know if it's a real one, but they get the real Mysterio and it's him.
Gigantic attack. He plans to put on the greatest spectacle of his career and eliminate all of Peter's classmates in the process. During the final battle, Peter
this could be a cool little, fighting way to fight too. Illusions.
Technology, and instead puts his complete trust in his spider sense. Ignoring all the illusions surrounding him, he fights his way through the swarm of drones using nothing but his instincts. After regaining control of Edith, Peter successfully shuts down the drones. Beck tries to fool him one last time with another illusion, but Peter sees through the trick before it's too late.
Grab that nigga! He's too tough.
During the confrontation, Quentin is struck by the fire of one of his own drones and dies. With the mission complete, Peter and MJ finally begin their relationship, and everything seems to end on the best possible note. But the post-credit scene completely changes the direction of the franchise. Before dying, Beck leaves behind a manipulated video that makes it appear as though Spider-Man was responsible for both the London attack and Beck's death.
Are you sure you want to commence the drone attack? There will be significant casualties.
Do it! Execute them all!
The footage is handed over to J. Jonah Jameson, who broadcasts Spider-Man's secret identity to the entire world.
Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker. What the f?
Sonya.
The true multiverse. In Spider-Man No Way Home, Peter Parker wakes up to find his life completely turned upside down. Quentin Beck manipulated a video that convinced the entire world Spider-Man was a murderer.
There will be significant casualties.
Do it! Execute them all!
And even worse.
Not gonna lie. No Way Home, really. No Way Home. I mean, obviously, I like that they brought, what I'm saying, the Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man, what I'm saying, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, they brought those Spider-Man back. That was a good fight with all three of them fighting. All three of them fighting like they're villains and shit. That was tough. Green Goblin versus Tom Holland Spider-Man. Long enough to have it all. Too weak to take it. I ain't gonna lie, that was some fire. I ain't never seen Spider-Man that goddamn mad, boy. Never seen that nigga that mad before. But that was a very good movie. A very emotional movie, bro. Especially towards the end. Like that fight. Damn, bro. Aunt May died. Because Spider-Man wanted to help the villains. Because he could have just let them all die. But he didn't want that, bro. And even after Aunt May died, he was gonna kill. He was gonna try to kill Green Goblin, but he came to his senses. Bro helped him come to his senses, bro. But it just shows like just how great of a person Spider-Man it really is. Like that shit crazy, bro. Cause it, and if we really thinking about it, bro, he probably would do it again. Like if he could go back, he probably would still save their lives, bro. Damn, that's crazy to think about.
Revealed that Peter Parker.
I don't know. Now I think he would. Like if cause she would low key want him to do that. Like instead of saving her life, you could save the rest of these people. Trade 1 for 3.
Was the man behind the mask. Overnight, Peter goes from being an ordinary high school student to becoming the most famous person on the planet. Reporters surround his home, protesters fill the streets, and even his classmates begin treating him differently. The Department of Damage Control brings Peter, MJ, Ned Lee,
and they didn't show when Matt came,
and Aunt May in for questioning. Although all charges are eventually dropped thanks to attorney Matt Murdock, Peter's reputation remains completely destroyed. The biggest consequences fall on his friends. Because of all the controversy surrounding Spider-Man, MJ and Ned both have their MIT applications rejected. Feeling responsible for ruining the lives of the people he loves most, Peter decides to seek out someone capable of solving an impossible problem. That person is Dr. Strange. Peter asks Strange to make the entire world forget his secret identity. Surprisingly, Strange agrees, but during the spell, Peter keeps asking for changes. He wants Aunt May to remember, then he remembers Ned, then MJ, and even Happy Hogan. Each new request destabilizes the spell further until Strange is forced to stop it before a complete catastrophe occurs. But it was already too late. The spell opens small rifts.
Yo, I don't really get that though. Like, yo, Strange, you supposed to be like one of the smartest, best magicians, best, on the planet. You telling me you didn't know that adding all that extra shit was gonna fuck up the spell? I'm just asking, big bro. I'm just literally just asking, but I'm just saying though. You supposed to be the best magician in this hole, but you didn't know that adding all that extra shit was gonna destabilize the spell.
Between different universes and begins
I
pulling
smell
into
fraud.
the MCU.
It's
Anyone
time to
who
have
knows
that
Peter
talk.
Parker is Spider-Man. The first to appear is Dr. Octopus, once again played by Alfred Molina. Soon afterward come Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin portrayed by Willem Dafoe, followed by Electro, Sandman, and the Lizard. For fans of the previous Spider-Man franchises, seeing all these villains sharing the same movie felt almost impossible just a few years earlier. Doctor Strange explains that every one of them was pulled from their universe shortly before their deaths. His plan is simple: capture them and send them back immediately to restore the balance of of the multiverse. Peter, however, sees things differently. After learning that several of them would return to the exact moments of their deaths, he believes there's a better solution. Instead of condemning them, he decides to try curing them. It's a decision heavily influenced by Aunt May's belief that if someone can be saved, they deserve that chance. Doctor Strange considers the idea far too dangerous and tries to stop Peter. The two end up battling inside the mirror dimension, where Peter uses his
and then Peter used, what was it, geometry to beat Doctor Strange. Gosh.
intelligence and mathematical knowledge to outsmart Strange without relying on brute force. Afterward, he traps the sorcerer inside the mirror dimension and takes the villains to Happy Hogan's apartment to begin developing cures for each of them. The first treatment works perfectly. Peter restores Otto Octavius's control over his mechanical arms.
Now, that was tough.
Years, Otto finally becomes himself again.
So
but
quiet.
Everything changes when the Green Goblin personality
That's
takes
some neat trick of yours.
control of Norman Osborn once more. Manipulating the other villains, Goblin starts a massive battle inside the building. Electro, Sandman, and the Lizard escape. Goblin stays behind to fight Peter. The fight between the two is one of the most intense in the entire trilogy. Without cracking jokes or hiding his anger, Peter attacks Goblin with everything he's got. In the middle of the chaos, Aunt May is
Yeah,
critical.
all right, hold on. You gotta, like, he not showing. What was it? Like, he not showing the realness, bro. Like, he not showing the realness.
Strong enough to have it all.
Too weak to take it!
And then he start punching him harder. Oh my gosh, yo, niggas not seeing it. He was hitting him, but he seen that bro wasn't. He was eating him all, so he started punching him harder. I ain't gonna lie, he was putting the bitches on Pete. I mean, he was like, he was.
Injured. Before dying, she manages to say the words that define Spider-Man's entire legacy.
You have a gift. You have power. And with great power, there must also come.
So you not Uncle Ben.
This is the loss that finally transforms Peter into the Spider-Man fans know from the comics. Not knowing where Peter has gone, Ned uses Doctor Strange's sling ring to open a portal.
I don't know about. I ain't even like. I ain't really like. Oh, now this nigga could open up portals and shit. That shit was trash.
Friend. But instead, another Peter Parker steps through. A few moments later, another one appears. They are.
I wonder what they been like. I wonder what they been doing, bro. Because obviously they're older. I wonder what they been doing between this time, bro. Obviously we don't know because we don't get to, you know, like, but I wonder what they've been doing. Like how good of Spider-Man have they been?
The Spider-Men played
What
by
feats
Andrew
they've been
Garfield
picking
and
up?
Tobey Maguire, now officially part of the MCU. The meeting between the three Peter Parkers quickly becomes the emotional heart of the film. Instead of serving as simple nostalgia, they share their pain.
Oh crap, my fault, bro. Yo, I have to have the chat. I wasn't looking. Wait, I gotta put it right here. I have to have the chat on my iPad because my second monitor is like broken, so I can't see it. Now I can see
reveal
it.
that they've all experienced similar losses.
Damn,
Tobey
my
talks about
boy.
Ben. Andrew remembers Gwen Stacy's death and admits he never truly recovered from it. Together, they help Tom Holland.
Oh, you hear it, bet. Yeah, I had to have it on here because I can't see the monitor because it's broken. But it was off though, so I didn't see it. I forgot. Damn. How you been, bro? Age.
Revenge.
She told me that with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, Uncle Ben said it.
The day he died.
The three Spider-Men then begin creating cures for the remaining villains. The final battle takes place at the
Nigga
Statue
talking
of
about 30
Liberty,
minutes.
which is undergoing.
Let me see, bro. Nah, bro.
Look, bro, turn that Spider-Man ass shit off, bro.
Yo, chill. I'm getting ready, bro. Chill. Hold on.
renovations to receive Captain America's massive shield. As they fight Electro, Sandman, and
That was clean. Okay,
Lizard,
never mind. Let me
each
just get to it.
Spider-Man uses his own unique fighting style, creating countless references to their previous franchises. One of the film's most emotional moments comes when Andrew Garfield saves MJ after she falls. The scene serves as a form of redemption, since he was unable to save Gwen Stacy in his own universe. With Otto Octavius' help, all of the villains are eventually cured. But before disappearing, the Green Goblin destroys Doctor Strange's magical containment box, holding the original spell. Immediately, enormous cracks begin spreading across the sky. Thousands of people from other universes who know Spider-Man's identity.
Okay, we know the ending, bro. We know the ending. Oh.